This case has damaged Kuwait's reputation, particularly in the business world. The case brought against her has been actually outrageous, and I use that word advisedly, and I can explain to you the particularly outrageous elements. There has been very far from complete disclosure of material relied upon, and indeed she, whilst in prison, was not able to examine the documents in the case in a language that she can understand in any detail at all, which is fundamentally a breach of the international requirements for defendants. More pertinently, perhaps, because it's a stark illustration of what has gone wrong in this case, Miss Lazareva told me, and protested generally, that the 3 documents that she was said to have signed and which were relied upon were forgeries. When I was first asked to look at the case, as I would in any fraud case, I've done a lot of fraud cases as a court counsel over the years, I asked for the documents to be examined by a forensic specialist document examiner whose expertise is analysing documents for court proceedings. It was plain at the outset that those documents were not going to be given to us for such examination, which is suspicious. The witness who gave evidence of those documents, a government auditor of the government of Kuwait, was prosecuted by the Kuwait authorities for forging those very 3 documents. Now, that is, by any standards, perverting the course of justice on the part of that person, and a monstrous abuse of the process of the court. I have been in court in Kuwait on 3 occasions when there was a prosecutor present who sat at the end of the judge's table and remained silent throughout. I went to see her in prison on one occasion.
Did you?
The physical state of the prison was good, but the conditions in which she was being held were wholly unacceptable. For example, I was there as one of her lawyers. I was not allowed to have a conversation with her in a private room, as I would with a prisoner in the United Kingdom, in a private room with a guarantee that nobody was listening in to the conversation. I was only able to see her in an open area. Nobody was sitting by us, but not far away there was sitting a female prison guard. She's been treated rudely in prison, often referred to as the Russian by staff. It does leave a nasty taste for any company which intends to send somebody to work in Kuwait. And it also leaves any company questioning how honourable Kuwait would be in transactions.